everybody. Yes, and welcome back to an all-new episode of a very special podcast. This is the podcast in which we talk about all of your favorite TV series from yesteryear, girl. Yes, and we discuss it over a glass of wine. I'm Patrick M. Dunn. You probably remember me from the previous galaxy of episodes. And I'm joined here tonight by Kat Halstead, the author, who is, I don't know, she made a weird look when I did this intro for some reason.
Your voice is really high.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I started laughing. It was like Jack McFarland high.
I was thinking more like Karen, whatever her 7 last names high is. Yeah, but I'm back in the in my recording studio. The last couple episodes I've been recording from bed and from my couch, but I'm back in my studio. We're back, and in my studio is a closet. Yeah, I'm back in the closet, guys.
I said I'm still in my bed.
Yeah, Kat Hall said she just woke up. I just dragged her out of bed. She had to throw in some I don't know, a blouse, pour herself a cup of coffee, and like a looks like a Christmas mug or something. I don't know what the fuck you got over there.
Yes, it is it is a peppermint mocha in my Christmas mug.
Yeah, shout out to Christmas mug. But although it's Christmas time in the city right now, it's not here at the podcast. We're gonna do one last hurrah before we go back until we
get holly jolly.
Yeah, we're gonna give you a regular ep, just a regular like any old day of the week. And I think I'm excited about this one. We've been talking about doing it for a while.
Yeah. It's one of those shows. It's been on.
It's definitely come
the list for like forever. It
fairly recently rejoined the ranks of Hulu like last year, and we just kept pushing it back. We just kept pushing it back, like salt and pepper push it style.
Like for a while, we couldn't do it because we had no access to it.
Yeah, let's see on the DVDs maybe.
So I don't own the DVDs for this one, which is surprising to everybody.
But we're going to go back to the very first episode. I don't think it's been a while since we've done a pilot. Actually, we did the... No. Has it been a while since we've done a pilot?
Yeah, it's been a while. I can't even remember the last pilot that we did.
Maybe Soap?
Maybe, yeah, probably. Because we couldn't think of a better place to jump into with Soap.
I'm going to let you announce the name in case I don't know, you're traveling across the country right now and you have a playlist and you didn't see what the episode was about. And I don't know, your brain's been tickled by our build-up.
We're doing the one, the only, Will and Grace.
Yes, Will and Grace premiered September 21st, 1998. It's been 20 years of Will and Grace.
Yes.
It's changed the face of the nation. I don't know, we have all kinds of new words that are in the lexicon now. People say now, just Jack, all the time, and they do that little, like, just Judy Jack. Garland pose. I don't know. Every gal pal out there now has a new gay best friend. You know, they have their own Will. What else is going on? What else has Will and Grace changed?
Oh gosh, I just think there are things that are more overall accepted now than they were 20 years ago.
Plus, Will and Grace also made poppin' pills fun. Yeah, poppin' pills, girls, poppin' pills.
Thanks, Karen.
Yeah, our little blue friends. And we're not talking about Viagra. We're talking about, I don't know, uppers maybe uppers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's ever specified what kind of pills Karen pops, but...
Karen basically is a walking pharmacy.
She's a drug addict. She's an alcoholic. She's a hot, fun mess, though. Like, you know what?
Bill Cosby would love access to Karen Walker's prescriptions.
But they make those problems fun again. Like, it's not like you're run-of-the-mill drug addict. It's fun. Karen, she has a job. She's rich. She wears fur coats. She bangs a lot of men.
Yes, Karen is amazing.
Yeah, she's great. Shout out to Megan Mullally, who shines in everything she does. She's great.
Yes.
Party Down. Her appearances on Parks and Recs.
Didn't she have a talk show for a while?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it, though. I don't think I've ever watched it.
Oh, I think I totally watched it. I think it was one of the few talk shows I actually watched, but like that was forever ago.
We definitely, every couple of years for some reason we try to get like the new Oprah. Everyone gets a talk show, like Queen Latifah, Katie Couric,
Tori Spelling.
Tori Spelling had one?
I think so.
I know Gabrielle Carteris before she.
Oh, she had a talk show and. Yeah, Katie Couric's talk show was a total fail on ABC's part.
Yeah, Anderson Cooper.
And it was fun watching that crash and burn. Megyn Kelly had a talk show. Everybody tries to be Oprah, but here's the thing. Oprah didn't try to be Oprah. She just tried to, put on a good show and be herself, which It's pretty much what Ellen's done too, right? Like Ellen does her show, she just tries to be herself.
Yeah, Ellen is like a peppier Oprah. Oprah, like, can get like, we get some heavy stuff on Oprah, but Ellen just likes to dance. She likes to, I don't know, give away prizes. I don't know, dance again, do a little more dancing.
Yeah.
I think she makes daytime fun. She makes daytime fun again. And she's a personality. Like, like she's someone you actually want to see on TV. Like, I don't know, Gabriel Carteris.
Yeah.
Fucking Tempest Bledsoe. I don't know. I wasn't clamoring to see Tempest Bledsoe in 1994 or whatever she was on the air. I was like, just go back to the Cosby Show, girl. Just go back to the Cosby Show. Actually, it's probably canceled by then, right?
Yeah, it was already done by then.
Do a spin-off.
Like, here's the thing. I don't watch a lot of talk shows. Like, talk shows are not my thing.
Yeah, like I enjoy listening to like a talk show, like in podcast form, but I don't know, I don't want to sit in front of my TV and watch like Tom Cruise jump on couches. That's just not my thing.
Yeah, like if I put a talk show on, it's gonna be like Home and Family on Hallmark because I'm addicted to Hallmark, let's be real.
Yeah, Hallmark is your little blue pills.
Yes. Like, I love me some Hallmark, and that's pretty much what is on my TV the majority of the time is Hallmark. But I'll watch Kelly and Ryan if I'm going to watch a talk show. But that's because I like Kelly Ripa and I like Ryan Seacrest. But if it was two other people, probably not.
Even if it's like someone I like, I just don't even really want to sit down and watch a talk show. I don't know. I'd rather watch like...
Yeah, like...
I don't know. It's kind of like... I have like a hard time watching stand-up on television too. Like, it's like I want to be there, I guess.
Talk shows are not really my thing. I just don't... Well, like, Days of Our Lives ends and Dr. Oz starts coming on. I've changed the channel and I put on, like, a murder documentary instead.
A little afternoon delight to, I don't know, an unsolved crime in Midwest.
Exactly. I'm like, I could either watch Dr. Oz tell me everything is poison, or I can watch the story about this man who murdered his wife.
Oh yeah, I'd always go for the man who murdered his wife. Fucking 10 out of 10 times, girl. 10 out of 10 times. All right. You want to get into this wild night of television that took place on the premiere?
Yes.
All right. It was a Monday night, girl. It was a Monday night. This is like I think NBC was trying to make Monday nights the new Thursday.
NBC had, like, nights of comedy, like, multiple nights of the week that were must-see TV.
Yeah, well, Monday nights are weird because, you have football and, most of the 90s you had, like, made-for-TV movies, but those were kind of, like, dwindling at this point in time, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. NBC just kind of like shuffles around the schedule. They move like maybe their modest hits to another night to kind of like be like the anchor of all these like fun new shows. So I want to like announce this whole schedule, and then I just feel like we have to like analyze it, like analyze the choices and why these shows were put on this night. So you ready? You ready to get into September 21st, Monday night, 1998?
Okay.
ABC, a hot scoop, a full night of football in the alphabet. And leading the pack at 8 is something called NFL Monday Blast, which I think is like just people talking about football, like talking heads.
Yeah, it's like the pre-show.
Yeah, and that led into the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. And the Giants got toasted by our boys from Texas.
The Cowboys.
Ooga.
Yuck.
You're not a big Cowboys fan?
God, no.
No. You're a Giants girl? I don't know, you've told me before, I forget.
I'm a Broncos girl.
A Bronco. Ooh, yeah. You like yourself a Bronco. You know what? I'm going to buy you a white Bronco. And we're going to put some Bronco stickers all over it, and I don't know.
I actually do have a Broncos sticker on my Jeep.
Do you? Ooh, yeah. You know what? Take a picture of it and tweet it from our podcast, very podcast. I want to see it.
I got to figure out how to get back into the account.
And also send us a pic of your new headliner board. If you listen to
My new headliner board.
Listen to a few previous episodes ago, Kat Hall said the car worker had to do some stuff in her car. And I don't know, good job, girl, because I don't know how to do that shit, so shout out to you.
Yeah, I'm never doing anything for my car again. In fact, I had to get a light bulb changed for the back blinker, and I got my friend from work to do it.
Ooh, all right. Well, I was going to say shout out to you for being a car worker, breaking the glass ceiling and throwing on a new glass headliner.
It's too emotional. Like, I had, like, an emotional breakdown working on the car, so I was like, I don't think so. This is not for me.
Ooh, the next time you're working on the car, you should hand Axton, your nephew, your phone, and he'll take a video of you like working on the car. I want to see it.
No, he'll just run off with my phone, call it a donut, and hide it somewhere.
All right, well, do that too, but video it. I want to see it. All right. You want to go over to the Tiffany Network? You want to see what's going on CBS?
Yes, what's on CBS this night.
All right, 8 o'clock, America's favorite problematic dad on the Less and Furious series, Cosby. Just like regular Cosby, I guess is what it's called.
Yes, this is the show he did after. I actually have a friend who was like an extra on it or something at one point.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. I think we talked about it in the Cosby Show episode.
Yeah, so like it's kind of forever ago in episode 3.
Yeah, so this was on CBS. It was like a remake of like a BBC show, like One Foot in the Grave or something. Mm-hmm. It also starred Felicia Rashad as his wife, Madeline Kahn as a neighbor until her death in 1999. And I'm not going to lie, I don't know too much about this show. I just know that my local affiliate that aired The Cosby Show at 3 weekday afternoons like would sneak this in at 3:30 as if I was going to be like tricked into watching it. But no, girl. No, girl. Huxtable or bust. I only go for Huxtable. I don't do...
whatever that other one was. And actually it was episode 2. That was our second episode, was The Cosby Show.
Yeah, so I know we go way back. I don't know, but yeah, this wasn't as popular. It was only on the air for like 4 years, but it's still like it's still got like a syndication package though. I guess I don't know.
You only need 100 episodes to get syndication.
That is true, and you know what? And then like as I said, the affiliates would sneak it on like with like The Cosby Show, and like it's like, oh, you know what? You just saw like a fun hour of like Theo and Cockroach. Now get ready for like Dougie Doug and
whoever else was on this.
Felicia Rashad as somebody else, someone you don't like as much. So, yeah, that's our hot take on Cosby.
What was on after that?
All right, this is the series premiere. Yes, the series premiere of King of Queens.
Your favorite show.
Yes, with Leah Remini as Carrie Heffernan, who has to live with her pleasantly plump hubby, played by Kevin James, and her wacky dad, played by Jerry Stiller, who lives in the basement, and sometimes Patton Oswalt comes over. So, I don't know, I love this show. This was, like, a fun show. I pretty much watched it all the way through. It was, like, the only thing I watched on CBS for years.
Okay.
For years, girl. Although I lied, sometimes I watch this show, which was on at 9 o'clock. Everybody Loves Raymond,
of course.
Which we have to dip back into this. This was like we did one episode way back in the day, like in like the first like 10 episodes, I think, of the podcast.
Yeah, actually, hold on, I can tell you exactly what episode.
It was like episode 10, maybe.
Actually, yes, exactly, episode 10.
Ooh, look at me remembering things.
Everybody Loves Raymond. No fat.
Yeah, so listen to it. It's a Thanksgiving episode. They have to eat like tofu turkey. It's kind of funny in a way.
Yes.
It kind of looks like jelly.
And Marie totally questions her cooking skills with that one.
Yeah, it's a wild episode. Love it. All right, you ready for CBS 9:30?
Yes.
All right. Do you remember the Brian Benben Show?
The what?
The Brian Benben Show. Do you know who Brian Benben is?
No.
What? Have you ever watched the show Dream On HBO?
Like, didn't that air on Fox in some way?
That was on HBO, girl, because that show showed boobs sometimes. Wendy Malick, I think, was on it, I think.
Are you sure that wasn't on Fox?
No, that show showed titty. That was like the first time I ever saw titty was on Dream On.
I swear, if I saw it was on Fox.
Maybe, like, edited versions might have hit Fox at some point in time, but this show definitely was on HBO, because I definitely saw titty on that show. I just remember being like, whoa, what are those bouncy...
Oh, it did air on Fox, edited.
Well, Dream On is over. It's 1998, and CBS decided to give Brian Benben a show. So he's Mr. Madeline Stowe. He's married to Madeline Stowe.
Huh.
Yeah. So this show was Brian Benben. He's an LA-based news anchor who was replaced in favor of a younger person. And then Brian was later able to return to the station as a replacement for a human interest reporter who was killed covering an ape exhibit at a zoo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so dark much? It's like CBS had a dark comedy? What?
Like, damn.
What? Maybe that's why it was canceled after like 10 episodes.
Probably.
So that's the Brian Benben Show. See if you can find it maybe or not. I don't know. I kind of want to see this ape exhibit. Kind of curious.
You know that's totally not the kind of thing they actually showed.
Yeah, probably not. It's probably just like alluded to.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. Harambe. Was that the
Yeah. I think that was the gorilla everybody got all upset about.
Yeah, I mean I did too. I'm not gonna lie. I never like it when an animal dies.
But you sure love to remind me when dogs die on TV shows.
I know. I'm sorry. All right, you ready for CBS 10 o'clock? This is wild. This is a wild.
Okay, what is this?
All right. So it's the late 90s. We're in ER mania. Chicago Hope is probably somewhere along the schedule. Maybe some other medical dramas. And CBS threw another one at us. L.A. Doctors. Do you know this? L.A. Doctors?
No, not at all.
All right. This was an American medical drama set in a Los Angeles primary care practice. It ran on CBS during the 98-99 season. It replaced Brooklyn South after that show was canceled. And it's about 4 Los Angeles doctors who run a practice. And it focuses on the problems in the American medical system as it does on the patients. And it did horrible in the ratings because it aired opposite Dateline and Monday Night Football. So it got plummeted.
Yeah, it had no shot.
Pummeled, not plummeted. So this show was canceled in May 99. It starred Cheryl Lee and Ken Olin. They were 2 of the 4 doctors. Ooh, yeah. So shout out to them for having a medical drama on the air for a year.
Yeah.
LA doctors. You know, it was LA, so it's probably sexy. We probably had
Probably.
I don't know, maybe people coming in with problems with their implants.
Something ridiculous like that, I'm sure.
Yes. But speaking of Los Angeles, you want to hop over to Fox?
Yes, what is happening on Fox?
So tonight, 8 p.m., Melrose Place. Mondays are a bitch, girl.
I knew it.
And we're in the last season now. This is the last season of Melrose Place, so it's not as fun anymore. Tonight's episode's called Where the Hooker Grows. You ready for the summary?
Oh my god, I'm terrified. Go for it.
I guess Michael and Megan got in a fight, so Michael follows Megan to her home where she grew up at a horse ranch in upstate California and meets her long-estranged mother and invalid father. So that's why the episode's called Where the Hookers Grow, because, as we know, Megan was the hooker with the heart of gold.
Yes, she was.
Yeah, shout out to her. And then there's Kyle and Ryan. They're the 2 brothers. They have a reunion, but it appears to be short-lived due to Ryan's meddling in Kyle and Amanda's past. And meanwhile, Amanda asks Jane to approach Alex, Jane's ex-flame, to become an ad client. And Peter's in the hospital recovering after Amanda accidentally shoots him. Yeah, that's what's going on in Amanda's world. And I think is this the season where they find out Matt died and they find his journal? I think that's the last season, right?
I think so. Yeah, it's got to be the last season because Doug Savant was on it for forever.
Yeah, he dies off screen, and then they find his diary, under the floorboards or something.
Okay, seriously, who actually does that?
I don't know.
You live alone. Why are you hiding your goddamn diary?
I don't know. Well, there was that season that Matt had his niece that lived with him, so maybe he didn't want her to read it.
Oh, his maybe kisses that he was getting because he wasn't getting laid.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Poor Matt.
Who knows? He does have secrets. Matt does have secrets because there's a big mystery in the final season, I remember, but I don't remember what it was.
Honestly, I feel like I kind of just tuned out. I don't really remember much from the final season. I think at that point I was just eh.
It involved Amanda and that girl that came back, her friend Eve. Was that her name? Eve, played by Rena Sofer.
Rena Sofer, yeah.
Yeah, because I think it was Amanda accidentally killed somebody when she was a teenager or something.
I mean, Amanda also married a mob boss when she was younger.
Yeah, so yeah.
Played by Antonio Sabato Jr. So
yeah, so something happens. I think Amanda confided with Matt one day, and he put it in his journal, and I don't know, it became a scandal. It was the final the victory lap for Melrose Place. And all right, you ready for Fox 9 o'clock? Do you have any guesses?
Fox 9 o'clock.
Yeah, Monday night.
Models Inc.
No. Ally McBeal, girl. Ally McBeal.
Oh. Okay.
All right, we're dipping into season 2 of the critically acclaimed dramedy. This season, Lucy Liu joined the show as Ling, and Portia de Rossi as Sub-Zero Nell Porter, a cold demeanor hotshot lawyer. Plus, this is the season that it also does the crossover eps with The Practice. So, ooga. This was a good season, I think. I think season 1 and 2 are peak Ally McBeal, and then it kind of dwindles from there. All right, but that's Fox. Any questions, comments, concerns?
No, not really.
Okay, you want to go over to the Peacock? You want to see what the Peacock is flaunting?
Yes, give me the Peacock! Give me the Peacock!
All right.
That sounds so wrong.
NBC, 8 p.m., Suddenly Susan. Yeah, Brooke Shields and Kathy Griffin.
I love that one.
Yeah, so I think this show used to be on Thursday nights, I believe, right?
I think it was. I think it's one of those comedies that was pretty strong but got moved.
Yeah, I think, all right, so because I think this night I think we moved Suddenly Susan over to Mondays because they want to have it be the anchor of all these new shows. Mm-hmm. So Suddenly Susan's kind of leading the pack, but I don't know. People didn't follow it, I guess. They're fuck Brooke Shields, fuck Kathy Griffin, fuck them both. This was the one about the they work at a magazine, right? Is that Suddenly Susan?
Yeah, they work at a local magazine. She works for Judd Hirsch.
Yep.
No, wait, is that it?
Yeah, Judd Hirsch.
Okay.
I believe it should. Or yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's Judd Hirsch. I'm wait, am I getting my judges wrong? Because that's a name that was so popular back in the day. Anyways, yeah. She was engaged to his brother. Ooh, and she left him at the altar, didn't go through with the wedding or something ridiculous. And now she's trying to find herself.
That's a big NBC plot point.
So it's the whole, I'm trying to find myself single as a single woman and not in this relationship that I wasn't happy in. But I would have been, like, really wealthy.
That's a big NBC thing. That's like how they like to start shows off with the female lead, like, I don't know, leaving a man.
Especially in the 90s. Wow.
I don't know. You ready for NBC 8:30 though? This is wild.
Yeah, it was on 8:30.
All right. The series premiere of One Season Wonder, Conrad Bloom. Remember this one?
What was it?
Conrad Bloom.
What was that about?
It was made by the people who made Caroline in the City. The show was centered around Conrad Bloom, a copywriter in New York City who's looking for love while trying to pursue his career. He then has to deal with the women in his life, his mother, his sister, an ex-girlfriend, a boss, and a coworker. So he has to balance all those with his work and his friends and family while trying to remember, try to find his love out there. But I never watched it. I never even heard of it.
Who was the lead? Was it the young guy, the cutish guy who did 9JKL?
Hold on a hot second. I'll let you know. Let me know what I can find out. I was gonna look it up, but I decided not to. We'll play the Price is Right theme song while we're trying to look up the star of Conrad Bloom.
Yes, it is. It is.
Mark Furstein?
And Linda Lavin played his mom.
So it sounds like you might have actually seen this then, huh?
I think I actually probably watched it, but not like all the time, you know?
Ooh, so Linda Lavin played his mom on 9JKL too, right?
Yes.
Ooh, maybe like he has a thing for Linda Lavin. Maybe they're like a I don't know, an item maybe? Who knows?
No. But didn't Linda Lavin also play Sean Hayes' mother? Yes, Linda Lavin played Sean, what's his face's mother on Sean Saves the World, Sean Hayes.
Shout out to Linda Lavin. Call us, tweet us at Very Podcast. You ready for NBC 9 o'clock? This is wild.
Yes, what's on at 9?
All right, I kind of teased this earlier. From the creators of Conrad Bloom, Caroline in the City.
Caroline in the City. It's the final season.
Yeah, we're probably at the end right now. This is a show that they really tried to make happen, but I don't know. It was good. It was a fun show to watch. It's on Crackle if you want to watch some eps.
It's on CBS All Access.
It's on there too.
Yeah.
If you have the money, if you can afford the $7 a month, watch it all on CBS All Access. If not, check it out for free on Crackle. And we'll definitely have to do an episode of that one day.
We will. I love me some Caroline in the City.
Well, maybe we'll do Caroline in the City like November next year. I don't know. Who knows? All right, you ready for NBC 9:30? Do you have any guesses? Any wild?
Yes.
Any wild guesses?
I'm gonna guess Will and Grace.
Yeah, girl, Will and Grace. Series premiere. Like maybe the series premiere. I don't know, but obviously, sorry, I'm a little slow this morning. Premiered. We'll get into it. We'll get into this wild world of Will and Grace. All right, NBC 10 o'clock, Dateline.
Alrighty.
Yes. All right. We also have the WB tonight. We have to talk about the WB. We got some heavy hitters. Obviously, 8 o'clock. We know Seventh Heaven's on.
Yeah.
We know that. But are you ready for 9 p.m. WB?
I'm nervous, but I'm kind of excited. And I don't want to say what my guess is because I think I might be wrong, but I want to know. What is it? What is it?
Oh, I want to hear your guess. Say your guess first.
I want to say it's Savannah, but I could be wrong.
No, Savannah's been gone for like a few years. Savannah Mondays are no longer a thing, but
dang it.
Our friend from the past, he's no longer Puffy, Mark Paul Gosselaar in Hyperion Bay.
Oh, Hyperion Bay. Oh.
Yes. The series centers around Dennis Sweeney, played by Mark Paul Goss, who, after a successful career in the software business, returns to his hometown to open a local division for the company he works for. The series follows a drama when the new meets the old in the little coastal town of Hyperion Bay. According to the series writer and co-producer Jeffrey Stepakoff, early into Hyperion Bay's run, Network told producers to make the show more hip and with quicker pace. So they fired him when he said no, and they brought in a former Melrose Place producer, and they retooled it and made it like a slutty, like Melrose Place clone. They added Carmen Electra to the cast, but
yeah.
The changes did not improve, and the show was canned.
It did not
I remember,
do well.
When Carmen Electra came on, they like touted the shit out of this. This was like all over.
Yes, they did.
All over WB commercials. There was like, tonight, Carmen Electra comes to Hyperion Bay, and they kind of made it seem like it was like the first episode of the show too.
It was weird. Like, I liked the dynamic between Mark Paul Gosselaar and Dylan Neal.
Yeah.
But once Cameron Electra showed up, it was Carmen Electra, it just did not.
Yeah, because I think she was already like done with Baywatch at this point, and
Yeah, she was done with Baywatch. Like, what does she even do these days?
Well, all right, the whole thing like Carmen Electra, she like do stuff with Prince at one point in time. She had like a music career.
I have no idea about that. I know she was married to Dennis Rodman for like a day.
A hot minute. It was probably right around this time too, I think.
Yeah, that was around that time. And then she was later married to Dave Navarro.
Yeah, did she do Singled Out after Jenny McCarthy left?
That might have been her, yes.
I think that was her, because I think that was like her like big claim to fame. All of a sudden, it was like, who's that new hot chick? That new hot chick replacing our gal pal Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I should probably verify that before we get like angry tweets from Heather.
Hold on, let me look it up. I'm looking it up. I'm on her IMDb page. Softcore porn, Baywatch Nights, Pacific Blue, Just Shoot Me, Good Burger.
She was on Singled Out from 97 to 98. Yeah, so the original hosts were Chris Hardwick and Jenny McCarthy. McCarthy left the show in early 97 to star in her own sitcom Jenny on NBC, and then MTV hired Carmen Electra to replace her for the last season and a half. Ooh,
yeah, it's not even on like her it's not on her IMDb page. Unless I go under self.
I didn't even see it on her Wikipedia page. I had to go to the Singled Out Wikipedia page to find it. Maybe she like is trying to forget it. Maybe she's trying to put it in the past.
Yep, Singled Out. It's under self instead of like filmography.
Oh yeah, well yeah, because she's not acting. She's just
yeah.
She's being herself. She's being her I don't know, herself. Yeah. Oh yeah, she was on Paisley Park Records. She was discovered by Prince. She did an album in the early 90s, and she did Playboy, some softcore porn, Singled Out, Baywatch Hawaii, and Hyperion Bay. Yeah, shout out to Hyperion Bay for being a thing for like a hot season.
Wasn't she involved with the Pussycat Dolls too?
Yeah, I think so. I think she might have like been a founding member or something. Like she organized it.
Yep, member of the infamous dancing show, the Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah, it's not like the Don't Cha Pussycat Dolls. This is like before that, right?
She was apparently classmates with Nick Lachey of 98 Degrees in high school.
Ooh, I wanna see that yearbook. Do you think they had like a secret tryst? Do you think they were like they fooled around? Do you think she hopped in the back of his truck and I don't know, gave him a hand job or something?
Oh my god, why do you always have to take it there?
gave Nick Lachey's first handy. I bet she gives good hand jobs.
Oh my god.
You think she's a good hand job giver?
I don't want to discuss stuff like that.
All right. Well, we'll save that for our hand job podcast coming next year about celebrity hand jobs.
Oh my god.
Stay tuned, folks. It's coming to Salty Rock Media. All right. You ready? You ready to get into this wild world of Will and Grace? You want some fun facts?
Yes, can we please talk about Will and Grace?
Right. Do you want to do some Will and Grace fun facts before we get into the pilot?
Yeah, what do you have for me as fun facts?
All right. Sean Hayes threw the pilot script away. Sean Hayes was at the Sundance Film Festival in Park City, Utah, when a network casting exec faxed him the pilot script for Will and Grace after seeing him in Billy's Hollywood Screen Kiss, which I guess is a movie, I don't know. After reading the script, the actor promptly threw it away. Mm-hmm. He laughed out loud, which is rare during pilot season, but he'd only been at Sundance 2 days, and he would have had to buy his own plane ticket, so he just tossed it thinking there'd be 10,000 more sitcoms.
Oh, Sean.
And another fun fact, vodka may have factored into Deborah Messon's decision to play Grace. Ooga.
Really?
Yeah, so the producers wanted Messing so badly that they went to her house with a bottle of vodka and spent hours pouring her shots and pitching her the show. I'm a lightweight, said Messing in an interview. I didn't need to too much to be a little giddy. By the end of the evening, they said, will you do it? And she said, let's talk tomorrow. The next day, she was hungover and agreed to the part. Ooga.
Oh, my. Well, this is like she was just coming off Ned and Stacy.
Yeah, Ned and Stacy. Ooga, I forgot about Ned and Stacy. Shout out to Ned and Stacy. All right.
I love me some Ned and Stacy.
You want to hear what I think is one of the most wildest fun facts of the show?
Okay, go for it.
All right, so Megan Mullally was pitched the role of Carrie on King of Queens and Karen on the show, and she almost chose the role of Carrie, but I don't know. I guess at the last minute, she went on to playing Karen after she auditioned to play for Grace. She also auditioned to play for Grace. So, ooga.
I cannot imagine Megan as Carrie. It would have been a very drastically different character.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say because I mean, like, Let's say Megan Mullally was Carrie. Let's say there's an alternate universe out there, and then we're like, oh, imagine like Leah Remini as Carrie. Ooh, that'd be weird. So, ooga.
Well, okay, without King of Queens, Leah Remini would not be Leah Remini.
That is true, but who knows? Maybe she would have picked up another role. Maybe she would have played Karen. Who knows? Who the fuck knows?
Maybe
One of these days, yeah. Maybe if we ever find a gateway to an alternate universe, maybe we'll find one where Leah Remini plays Karen and where Megan Mullally plays Carrie. So who knows? Who knows?
I'm sure the Psychic Twins have like a YouTube video about alternate universes or something.
Yeah, well, check it out. Check it out, girl. All right. You ready to get into this world, though? You ready to get into this wild world of Will and Grace?
Yes, I am.
Can we talk about the opening scene of this episode?
Yes, let's talk about the opening scene. I love this opening scene.
All right, it's very sexy. So we get like the it's almost like not quite split cam, but we get this back and forth of Will and Grace on the phones with each other.
Yes.
They're both in their apartments. Grace is laying in bed. She's wearing her negligee. Will's at home on the couch, a little comfy, wearing his sweatpants, his sweatshirt, probably like free balling. Probably doesn't have any underwear on.
Why do you have to take it there?
I'm just trying to, like, as a man, I don't like to wear underwear in the house. When I wear my sweatpants, I like to free ball. Maybe if you had a penis and ball sack, maybe you would know.
But I don't. I have a vagina.
Do you ever take your bra off when you get home? It just feels good to like release the titties. You ever feel like?
Yes, I'm not even wearing a bra right now.
Exactly, but if you had company come over, you'd probably wear a bra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Ripping off the underwear and just throwing on a pair of sweats is the same as taking off the bra. So yes, I am gonna take it there, girl. Yes, I am. All right, what happens? What's going on?
So they're on the phone. They're both at their respective apartments. And Will's like, hey, do you want to come over? Let's do this together, blah, blah, blah. There's all kinds of innuendo. We don't know exactly what he's talking about just yet. But there's instant chemistry between the two.
Yes. They have this over-the-phone chemistry. They finish each other's sentences. I know it almost sounds like they're gonna do like a late night booty call, but then we find out that Will is trying to get Grace to come over to watch ER.
Yes.
And we're like, whoa, what's going on? Will wants a hot chick to come over to watch ER. Like, what world is this? What's going on?
Yes, Will would like to watch ER with his best friend Grace.
Yes. Then we find out that Grace is in bed with a man. Her boyfriend Danny. He rolls over, kisses her on the cheeks, and he's like, "Come on, get off the phone with your guy friend." We find out that Will and George Clooney, they don't bat for the same team, but Will says he's a good pitcher though.
Yes.
Ooh, like, whoa.
Yes. George Clooney hasn't seen Will pitch yet.
Yeah, so wild stuff. Then we cut to the credits. We cut to the opening credits, and yeah, so we meet Will. He's a gay man in his early 30s, I think. Is that what we?
Yeah, they're early 30s at this point because Grace says later in the episode that she'll be 31 next month.
Yeah.
So they're like 31.
Yeah, so they're the early 30s. They've got careers. They got nice apartments. Grace is just looking to settle down, but I don't know. She's been dating Danny for a while, but it's
just not.
He's not quite Mr. Right.
Like, he's a nice guy. There's just something missing.
Yeah, she's like settling for him. She's like, you know what? She's probably like spent most of her 20s looking for a boyfriend. I bet all her friends probably got like matchmaked very early on, maybe like right after college. They got married, they had kids. And...
Well, yeah, like their best friends, like Rob and Ellen, have been together since college.
So it's like tough. It sucks for her. She's probably had a string of bad relationship, one night stands, and she finally meets Danny. He's got his own apartment. He's got a car, maybe he makes a lot of money, but I don't know. He doesn't mesh well with Will, her best friend. So so we come back from the opening credits and we're in like a fun poker game.
Yes, Will's hosting a poker game. It's Will, Jack, Rob, and some other guy.
Some rando who probably never shows up again, right?
Yeah, I don't think we ever see that guy ever again.
Yeah, pilots are weird. There's always characters who like never come back. Like Coach on the New Girl. Well, he comes back at some point.
He
right?
comes back, I promise.
I know, but it feels like he's not going to come back.
Yeah.
It's this weird poker game, and Jack is being like super feminine. He's like singing show tunes. He's like humming. He sucks at poker.
Like, he is so typically gay at this moment. It's ridiculous. He's even got like the sweater wrapped around his neck. It's just like very flamboyant.
Yes, and we learn through exposition that he's going to be moving in with Will this supposedly this evening, right?
Yeah, like, which, okay, if he's going to be moving in with Will that night, why didn't he not just bring his stuff over already?
Well, maybe
when he came to the poker game.
Well, maybe like he came over earlier in the day, and not planning on moving over quite yet. Maybe thought he was coming, and then he's like, you know what, tonight's gonna be the night. So he didn't have all his stuff, but he wanted to go home and get his stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Grace like interrupts the middle of this poker game, and she's like frazzled. She's stressed to the max.
Grace is basically me when I'm frazzled.
Yeah, she's just pulling her hair. She just comes in and, I don't know, upset. And she feels comfortable around all these guys. Like she can.
Yeah.
She kind of like is like one of the guys, right?
Yeah, she's very much one of these guys. Like. Yeah. She just, like, slips in, and it's, like, just whatever.
Yeah, she pours herself a beer, just takes Will's cards and takes over for him. She's, like, good at poker. She's, like, wondering why Jack's playing poker. She's like, why is Jack playing poker? But her and Danny got in a fight. You know, their relationship's not going too well, and she just wants to, I don't know, spend the night at Will's house.
Like, she just needs a break from Danny, because they had a fight, and he said that she was, like, her mother, and that can be like the worst insult.
Yes. All right. I want to talk about this. I forgot that happened, but it came up. So Danny tells Grace that you're turning into your mother. Mm-hmm. And she lost it. She loses her shit. Is that a bad thing to say to somebody? Like,
okay, so like if she has like a very
rocky relationship.
Rocky relationship with her mom. Like she feels like her mother never approves of anything she does. Her mother's always trying to push her towards one way, and that's not the life Grace wants, you know. And so, to Grace, it's an insult.
Yeah, because Grace is kind of like, she wants to be this, like, free-spirited entrepreneur that just takes New York over by storm. What is she, like, an interior decorator or something? Is that what she does?
Yeah, she's an interior decorator.
Which is, like a total, like, sitcom job, by the way. Just have to throw that out there.
People are interior decorators.
I know, but like it's for like a TV show, like it's totally like, you know, they create the character of Grace, and like she's either gonna work at a magazine, she's gonna be an interior decorator, or she's gonna be like a waitress. Like those are like the three things.
Yeah, that's pretty spot on.
So they make her an interior decorator. She's great at it, but she's pretty much like mom and pop in it. Like she does it all herself. She has Karen Walker as her assistant.
Yeah.
Karen is this like rich bitch who sucks at her job, but she has like good connections.
Yeah, Karen is there because of her connections, not because
she's good.
She's good at her job. She does it because she wants to do something with her day besides sit around and drink.
Yeah, and which
is basically what she comes to Grace's to do.
Yeah, she comes to Grace's studio and she shows up. She pops her little blue pills. She makes herself a martini. Doesn't answer the phones. Mm-hmm. Doesn't like work on the calendar. We find out that she doesn't even...
She never cashes her paychecks.
Yeah, we find out that she has, like a box full of all her old paychecks. So,
like, okay.
She's just there just to, I don't know, hang out with her gal pal under the guise of it being a job.
Yes, pretty much.
But and so it's fun. So, like, Will is like, you need to fire Karen. And Grace is like, I can't. Like, I can't fire her. Like, she doesn't do anything, but I can't fire her.
I need her for her connections.
Rolodex.
Yeah.
She's like, she probably knows, like, Mayor Giuliani. Is he mayor at this point?
Yeah, like, I mean, of course she does. Karen is, like, best friends with Donald Trump, so.
Yeah, she probably knows JFK Jr. I'm assuming he's still around at this point, right?
He was. Oh, John.
Carolyn Bessette. Maybe he knows Carolyn Bessette. Probably hangs out with a cast of Rent.
Yeah.
She lives a wild life. That's the stress that Grace is going through. So she has a day with Karen all day at work, having to do all the stuff on her own, and like compete with like legitimate interior decorating like companies, like actual companies that have staff and
like all Grace has is Karen.
So she has to deal with that during the day, and then go home at night and deal with Danny. She turns to Will just to, I don't know, get a night off. She can just relax, take her makeup off, take her bra off,
exactly.
Throw on a sweatshirt and watch ER.
Exactly, get lost in the world of county. This is like peak good ER too, man. 1998.
Yeah, spend the night looking at a shirtless Eric LaSalle.
Oh my god.
So that's the conundrum going on with Grace. Meanwhile, she's spending the night. So this is supposed to be the night that Jack moves in. So he shows up with like all his stuff, his bird.
His hat box.
His hat box.
And his duffel bag.
He shows up, and Will's like, oh, like, yeah, I know you said you can move in tonight, but tonight's not a good night, dude. Maybe tomorrow night. And he's pissed. I kind of had, like, a weird problem with this. So, like, why couldn't he just sleep on the couch that night?
Or Grace could sleep on the couch or something, you know?
Yeah, or he could have just left his stuff there and said he leaves with his stuff and goes back to where he lived before. I don't know. He talks about how he, like, trudged across town with all this stuff, so I don't know. I'm just, like, picturing him taking, like, 4 or 5 subway lines, going down, I don't know, like, all the avenues.
Yeah, like...
With his hat box.
Oh, Jack. Yes, everybody knows you're gay, Jack.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know why they couldn't, yeah, like, he just couldn't sleep on the couch and, I don't know, head to toe with Will. Who knows?
Something. Like, there could have been something.
Will and Grace end up kind of getting into, like, a little mini fight, because Grace is questioning her relationship with Danny. Like, does she want to pursue it? And she's kind of thinking that she wants to end it. Will kind of, like, is pushing her towards that as well, because we learned that he doesn't like him.
Like, Will is not a fan of Danny, and honestly, we meet Danny later in the series. I'm not a fan of Danny either.
He kind of got a bad rap in episode 1, but
yeah.
He proposes to Grace, though. He proposes to her.
He does.
And
like, she thinks they're at, like, that point where it's like either we break up or we stay in this, like, pitiful thing. And he proposes, and she's like, okay.
She probably like sat and thought about it. She's at a crossroads. She doesn't want to end up like her mom, I guess.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to end up like, I don't know, she doesn't want her business to fail. She doesn't want her friendship to fall apart with Will. So she's like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to say yes to the dress.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes to this because it's something good. It's moving forward.
Hopefully something good will come out of it. Maybe we'll get a house in the Hamptons. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll live in the same neighborhood that Don Draper lives in upstate New York. Who knows? Or wherever the fuck he lives. I forget where he lives. It's been a while.
No, it's New York.
Will gets upset. Will gets wildly upset at this. And
Will is like, I can't let you marry this guy. He's an ass. He's not the right guy for you. And Grace is like, you just don't want to be alone. And he's like, I don't consider myself alone. Because here's the thing. Will has gone through a breakup recently himself.
Yeah. Him and Grace are kind of in the same boat, but was Will jealous that Grace had a relationship, you think? You think that he was purposely sabotaging it?
No, it was more like he didn't want her to get trapped into something that wasn't going to make her happy.
But I think maybe Grace felt that he was secretly jealous, maybe.
Yeah, that's how Grace is trying to rationalize this. She's not seeing that Will's like, he is not the guy for you. Don't get trapped in this because you're so desperate to be in a relationship.
Yep. So Will and Grace they end up at odds with each other, and she goes out and buys herself like a wedding dress at the last minute. I don't know where she got it from.
And it is a ridiculous dress.
Yeah. And it's I don't even know why she even got like a dress, because they just went down to like the local courthouse to get married.
Yeah, they were gonna go down to the city hall.
She backs out at the last minute. Like, they literally are about to get married, and she like runs away and heads back to Will's house.
Yeah.
Will's like, whoa, like, you decided not to do it. And she's like, yeah, I just decided not to do it. And he's like, well, I guess you can stay here again tonight. You can spend the night here again. And that's when Jack shows up, and Will's literally like, yeah, not tonight. Not tonight, Jack.
Yeah.
I need to go. And he's like, what the fuck? He's like, I just want to move in. Like, why? What the fuck's going on?
No. That's not when Jack shows up. Jack shows up again when they're having game night with Rob and Ellen.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a big moment in which we realize that Will and Grace are meant for each other as friends, because
yes, they are soulmates.
They're playing $25,000 pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing great. They're like, they know each other. They know everything about each other.
They kill it. They know how to read each other. You know, they are never as good with other partners as they are together.
They belong in a Golden Girls style mansion in Hawaii.
Yes.
And they both share the doctor. They find a bisexual doctor that they can both share. That is like their dream, I think.
If only.
They need to be in a throuple, like a Will and Grace throuple. We'll find them a doctor. We'll go into this fantasy world that is Will and Grace, and we'll find them.
But to be fair, Grace does eventually find a doctor, and it doesn't work out.
There's a doctor out there that's for both Will and Grace. I believe it. Hashtag I believe.
I believe.
Yes. Maybe they can be our neighbors, and we can solve mysteries together in a van.
Oh my gosh.
Some fun Hawaiian mysteries, and we can wear Hawaiian shirts, dip our toes in the ocean in the Pacific.
Oh my god.
and drink 25-cent Mai Tais during happy hour.
Oh my gosh.
Take us home, Cat Halstead. Take us home.
Okay. So Grace leaves Danny at the altar. And she goes to Will, and she's like, "You're right. I shouldn't marry him. Forgive me, blah, blah, blah." He's like, "Oh, honey." And they, like, have this nice, warm little heart-to-heart. And he's like, "I'll take you for a drink." And they go to this bar.
This random bar down the street.
And, you know, they're having fun. Everybody, like, Grace is in a wedding dress. Will is in a nice suit because he's a lawyer and he was at work. People think they just got married. So, you know, they're giving speeches to each other about how they love each other. And then one drunk guy's like, "Kiss, kiss, kiss." So Will and Grace kiss. And she's like, "Anything?" He's like, "Nope, nothing."
And it ends. Like, the episode just ends. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a great ending. I thought it was, like, fun because their kiss did look hot. It was, like, a hot television kiss, too. Like, I feel like there's, like, people, like, watching this going, like, "Ooh, wow, like, this could be the start of, like, a Will and Grace relationship in the first episode," but...
It's like, oh my god, she converted him.
They instantly shut down the will or won't they?
Yeah.
In the first episode. Because, this could happen on, like, Friends or something.
Yeah.
Like, Ross and Rachel, like, kiss in the first episode or something.
They don't.
I don't know if they do or not. I can't remember. But let's say it happened. And then, like, we spend, like, 10 years of, like, will they or won't they? We literally get this in episode 1 of, like, Will and Grace. Because, there's going to be those people out there, like, "Oh, no, they should be a couple." And...
Oh, that kept happening. There are always people who thought Will should bat for the other team with Grace.
Yeah, so they literally shut that down in the first episode where she's like, "Anything?" And he's like, "Nope. Nope, girl, nope. I love myself some dick. Bring over that penis, girl. Bring over that George Clooney bat, and I'll take a swing at it."
Oh my gosh, yes. So that's the pilot.
That's the pilot of Will and Grace. It was a fun little episode. Made me wanted to dive into the rest.
I mean, I just got caught up the other day, like last night, on New Will and Grace, so.
I'm going to throw this out there. I have not watched New Will and Grace.
Oh, it's fun. It's a little weird right now because David Schwimmer is on playing Grace's boyfriend, and that keeps weirding me out. Why is Ross Geller here?
Is he wearing his fun Kardashian wig?
No.
I feel like David Schwimmer, anything he does going forward, he has to wear the Kardashian wig.
Oh my, I totally forgot about that.
Role of the lifetime. All right, yeah. So yeah, I haven't seen the new Will and Grace, and I don't know. Is it any good? Like, I thought, like, the consensus was that it wasn't good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like, was it rocky at the start? Like, what?
No, I enjoy it. Okay, any show when it's starting or coming back has a little like there's, you gotta kind of get into your little flow a little bit more.
Kinks to work out.
Especially like an old sitcom coming back, it has to figure out how to be itself in 2018.
Yeah, well, I think the final season of Will and Grace, like the final episode, we like flash forward to the future and like we see like their outcome. But I guess we find out in the first episode of New Will and Grace that was just like,
it was all a dream.
It was all a dream that Karen had, right? Wasn't that what happened?
Yeah.
Like, she was like, I don't know, she was overly pill-headed one day and had this weird dream about the future.
Yeah.
The future was not now, and it got very, the new Will and Grace is like very political. Like I thought I read. Is that true?
Yeah, it's cut back on that mostly. Here's the thing. I feel like all of these shows come back and they have to have their little political moment.
A little political corner.
Yeah, and then they kind of like realize, let's maybe not. Let's dial that back. Like, Will and Grace will still make fun of Donald Trump, and a lot of the times they'll use Karen to do that because Karen Walker is like really good friends with Donald Trump.
So like that's her connection to that world, I guess. But
yeah, so like there's little things, but it's not like so in your face like it was the first couple episodes.
Yeah, I think the thing about like Will and Grace originally, it was a show that was like built around a world where like we had cameos by Cher and Madonna and like entertainment icons, and like was it ever? I don't remember it ever being like an overly political show at all.
Not really. It wasn't.
No, it was just like a fun sitcom. Like not many sitcoms in the 90s were. Like we just
like even with Roseanne, like it wasn't really that political the first time around, and they brought it back, and they had to have like that first episode was all Jackie doesn't talk to Roseanne because Roseanne voted for Trump, and Jackie voted for someone else. It wasn't Hillary.
Jill Stein.
Yeah.
Was it Jill? I think she like fucked up and voted for Jill Stein by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the new climate, I guess. I don't know. Everyone wants to be political. Celebrities want to be political on Twitter. Mm-hmm. I don't know. We're not going to be there. We're not going to be that, though. A very special podcast takes a hard stance. We're just going to be ourselves. We're going to be our quirky old selves. So I don't know if you want to.
Listen, I hear enough about politics at work, so I don't need it.
Yeah, you work at a political firm. Like
if I have to go on the phones, I'm going to have to hear about whether or not people approve or disapprove of Donald Trump.
Yeah, you just want to come home, take off your bra, and fall into the world of old school Will and Grace. And what we're going to do next week.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Ooh, next week I'm excited.
Should we tease it? You ready for the tease? You ready for the big tease? All right.
Yes.
So.
Hey, remember, we're getting into Holly Jolly Land.
Yeah. All right. So we're doing our Christmas string of episodes. This is like where it's like a Christmas explosion. There's just fucking...
Yes.
I apologize in advance if you hate Christmas.
If you hate Christmas, you're a Grinch. I'm sorry.
We had something planned. Maybe we'll come back to it at one point in time. We had something planned, but Kat Halstead, she literally had like a series of tweets the other day about this. And I was reading this going, wait, we need to do this. Like, we need to like add this to the list. Like, when I say add this to the list, Kat,
yes,
you added it to the list and we bumped it up to like the next spot on the...
Yeah, we were like... It's on the list. We are bumping this other thing.
It's literally something we did like not too many episodes ago. Like we did it over the summer.
Sorry.
So we're returning to the world. We're going back to the 60s. We're going back, girl. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing next week?
We are doing an episode of Bewitched. It's from season 1, and I've got a lot to say about it. Like I didn't say everything on Twitter. Like I have so much about this that just is like... What?
Yeah, we had a lot to say about Bewitched last time, and we're gonna have a lot to say about Bewitched again this time. But this time it's gonna be Christmas themed, and we're excited. Yes. So I don't know. I can't wait to get back in that world because we had fun. We had a fun time. We had Kravitz Corner. Maybe we get to do another Kravitz Corner.
Oh, Mrs. Kravitz is like A+ in this one too.
I haven't seen it. Is there any fun like Abner moments too?
Oh, Abner's pretty awesome too because he's like, I don't see anything. Maybe it's season 2.
Is it in color or is it black and white?
No, it's in black and white.
Okay. Where is Bewitched on? Because didn't we have a hard time finding it last time?
I will figure out how to get you the episode.
Well, we'll talk about this post show.
Because I actually was watching it on DVD.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about it post podcast. We'll have our little how to watch this corner.
It might be season 2. I thought it was a season 1.
Well, I don't know. We'll talk about it next week, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We don't need to get into the logistics of Kat also trying to figure out what season it is. We'll just start next week with hashtag Kat was wrong. It was season 2, and we'll go from there. All right. Where can you follow Wild Adventures, Kat Halstead, the author?
You can follow us on Twitter at @VeryPodcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr at A Very Special Podcast. Do not accept imitations. If you come across the imitations, tell them they're imitations.
Yeah, do they still do the podcast? Do they still have it?
I don't know.
I haven't looked.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're talking about the other A Very Special Podcast that we've like forced them to change their name.
Those assholes.
Yeah, they suck. Don't listen to that one. If you like find it by accident, delete it. Delete it, please. Delete it off your pod list.
Yeah.
All right, and all right. Sorry. Resume to where you can follow us. I'm sorry.
You can find us at averyspecialpodcast.com, and you can find us at saltyrockmedia.com.
Yeah. So follow all of our wild adventures and listen to our past steps.
Mm-hmm.
Go to our YouTubes and I don't know. Tell us we're hot. Tell us we're hot humans. And as always, Kat Halstead, the outdoor.
Bye.
Watch the skies. You always get pissed. You always roll your eyes when you do that.
Do I?
Yeah.